Oh, that took a fucking while. Oh, my light. I forgot about the light. I needed to light my face because otherwise the facial capture doesn't work. It means that I have to pull out my phone and shine a bright fucking light right at my eyes. Like, that's not gonna be annoying. Also, why the audio dubbing not working? I did set it to audio dub. Hold on. Or side chain, I should say. What is this? That's weird. Okay. Why is the audio chaining not working? Hold on. I'm still working out audio issues. That's the thing. That's what's going on here. Hello, hello. Tasting the side chain. That's odd. Because it was working with the music earlier. Okay, you're gonna have to give me a second here because I have... Whoa, this works a lot better. What? Whoa, this is a lot faster than when I was on Windows. When I was on Windows, this screen was slow as molasses. Now it's just silky smooth. 1 point for Linux, I suppose. Oh, neat. I didn't realize that'll be a thing. Wait a minute. Oh no, I just realized something. I think I lost all my saves of this fucking game. That'll be a problem. Hold on. Because I don't remember backing these up. Oh no, I do have the saves. Oh fuck yeah.
We cannot overlook the tyranny of Dong Zhuo.
This might be a bit too loud.
The time has come to destroy this traitor. Right shall prevail. Attack!
You pitiful fools.
In one...
Sound seems fine. Okay, you think so? That's good then. Oh, hold on, I'm stupid. Yeah. Fucking give me a second. Okay, so what I wanted to know is if the side chaining was working. Audio seems fine. Hold on, give me a second. Okay, it's good, it's good. It's good to have the confirmation. Thank you. Also, by the way, hi Nex. Yeah, stream did just start because I had to restart OBS in order to get something working. Basically just Okay, so the emulation is not as seamless as I would like. I just heard it stutter a little bit. But it did perform a lot well on the opening screen, on the menu, with the 3D semi-transparent cubes. So, let's say that they're at a tie with Windows. No, but yeah, I had to restart OBS because it turns out that there's a feature that Windows has on OBS that is not. Oh, that's a bit too loud on my end. That it's not available on whatchamacallit, on Linux, not natively. You can get a plugin, but if you want to install a plugin, then you have to restart the application, right? So, hence, therefore, and so on. Okay, the audio is crackling a bit on my end, but it's pretty inconsistent, so I think I can probably just put up with it. Right, how do I play with this guy? Can I get a combo going with this guy? Like, was it easy? I seem to remember it being pretty damn hard. Yeah, it's pretty hard. I will need to do it with the Muzo if I want to get the upgrades. Hey, by the way, well, now that you're here next, it turns out that today's stream has been pretty lively. There's been people coming out in chat, trying to put their scam links. It's two, but usually we don't get more than one per stream, so it's a bit unusual. The issue with the slowdown on the emulation is that it's a bit hard to tell when the slowdown is because the emulation is been running slow, like the emulator is slow, or just because it was that way in the PS2. Because this game in particular, I mean, I remember I had Samurai Warriors 2, and it did slow down on the actual console. It only did that on very specific occasions, like when you were playing 2 players and you had way too many enemies on screen and tried to do, like, you had to put in work if you wanted it to happen, but it did happen sometimes, so, you know? Like, sometimes I may be complaining that the emulation is not very good, and maybe that was just the way that it was on the actual console, and the emulation is actually perfect. You never know. I mean, this game, whose entire calling card was having 2 billion enemies just on screen for you, it's kind of prime candidate for that kind of thing. But no, I remember it didn't slow down a lot. I mean, this one I never played on the console, but Samurai Warriors 2, right, which is also for the PS2 and a sequel to this one, so like, if that one didn't slow down much, I can imagine that this one would. Although, actually, by that point, they would have had practice making these types of games, so it should, logic dictates that it should run better. So, I don't know. In any case, I'm pretty sure that the slowdown on the menu screen was probably not there in the actual hardware. Like, that seems like a pretty safe bet. So I'm thinking, next, maybe you can help me decide. I was thinking, no, actually, never mind, I wasn't thinking, that's a bad idea. No, I was thinking that if I should stream this, like just this, play 2 stages of this, or if I should play Blasphemous for a bit. But then I remember that I haven't installed Blasphemous and I'm not even sure that it runs. Like, I think that it runs, but like, you know, I should probably test it before I decide to stream it, right? Because it would be awkward to just have to restart this, right? So actually I'm not gonna, and I'm just gonna install it in between streams and leave it for the next one. But it is a bit of a shame because I haven't streamed it for a while because of the whole having to change operating systems and having to reinstall everything and, you know? Okay, it's pretty easy to get 8 combos. So, yeah, the issue is that there were some characters that, like, with Lu Xun, I could get, like, an easy 99 combo, right? So, it feels low, but it actually is probably good enough. Alright, this one has the archers on top. Can I take them out from here? If they distract him for long enough. I have to be closer. Really? None of the arrows are gonna go through. Do they have like a limit? Like a distance limit? Oh, that's bullshit. I'm just gonna have to let them shoot at me then. That's good enough. So long as it's larger than 8, I'm good. Don't run away. I am acquiring a horse, although I'm also carrying the head of a horse on my forearm, which I imagine might make this little boy a bit nervous. That's a bit gruesome, actually. What's that design detail about? I don't remember there being a particular story behind this piece of armor in the novel. But it may be misremembering, or it may be just a thing, just a detail that wasn't that interesting, that wasn't included in the podcast that I listened to. Because obviously I didn't read the actual original novel, because it's like 7 billion pages long and in Chinese. I mean, there are English translations because it's one of the seminal works of Chinese literature and just a stand-up piece of East Asian culture. Like, everybody knows these stories in Japan too, right? But they, like everything, they don't read well when they don't read as well when translated, and in particular they are written in a style that is difficult to translate. From what I've heard, I mean, obviously I'm just taking somebody's word for it when they say that, right? But what I've heard is that they're written in sort of this style that is supposed to emulate military archives, right? So it's very, it comes across very dry, right? It doesn't when you read it in Chinese, supposedly, but it comes across very dry translated because that's not a style that you that exists, right, in English. It's not one that you can translate, like, faithfully, because the style itself is steeped in just practices of writing that are more than a million, more than 2,000 years old, right? Well, it's probably not more than 2,000, probably more like around 1,000 years old, but they're ancient, right? There's no equivalent to them, so you wouldn't just know them. You know what I mean? Like, in the same way that in English, you have an idea of what ancient English was like. Like, even if you don't know exactly the particularities of it, you have... Jesus, that attack just turned me around for no reason. Even if you don't know exactly all the particulars of Old English, you still have an idea of what it is like. You still can't just read it and sort of get the impression, oh, this is like the oldie, right? In that same way, somebody who's Chinese might have that sort of idea about styles, like, for example, the one that Romance of the Three Kingdoms is written in. How the fuck do you translate that? You can't. You can't. You very much can't. And so, yeah, translations of... It's translations of anything that's, like, 100 years old are gonna be rough, right? And that thing is 1,000, so you can imagine. You can imagine it being a problem. But again, I haven't even tried to read it, so I'm taking somebody's word for it when I say that. Whose word for it? John Zhu? I think it's John Zhu. From the Romance of the Three Kingdoms podcast. You should look that up because he has a very thick Chinese accent, which you think would make it annoying, but actually just kind of gives it authenticity. It's a retelling it's a podcast where he retells the story of Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and it's a very good podcast. It's very entertaining. The guy is pretty funny, and just. But doesn't overdo it, right? He's not like trying to throw jokes all the time in the middle of the podcast. He's pretty genuine to it, right? This is my recommendation of a podcast for you right now. Their biggest issue is the names. They're a bit difficult to remember, but that's because they're Chinese names and they can sound kind of the same when you're not as clued into the particularities of Chinese pronunciation, which why would you be? Like, there's a character that's called Cao Ci, and there's a character that's called Cao Ci, and it's easy to mix them up. It's really easy. But if you can get through that, and you know, it's not the worst. It's a good podcast. It's a good listen. I like it. I really like it. Speaking of that, right? Like, what's? I'm trying to remember what's the Diane Wade's character in that whole podcast, right? I've said this many times. The Romance of the Three Kingdoms podcast are the stories that this game is based on, right? Did I say the podcast? No, this game is not based on the podcast. The stories that are told on the podcast are from a book called Romance of the Three Kingdoms, and those stories are what this is based on, this game, right? Obviously, heavily, and I'm trying to remember what Diane Wei's role in it was. I think it's like one of the ones that dies really early, actually. Like, if I'm remembering right, he's not actually that relevant. Jesus, Yuan Shao, what the hell? morale. What? Did he steal my horse? Why? No, get away. You're just a normal soldier. What? Don't steal my horse. You can't do that. You're not supposed to do that. I didn't even know that you could, honestly. Oh, get off of it. It's my horse. There you. Fuck you. Yeah, I think Dianwei just is one of the guys that died really early on, and I think specifically he died because Cao Cao wanted to bang someone's wife. I think that's literally what happens. Like Cao Cao wanted to bang some other officer's wife, right? And this guy, he just kind of did it on the down low, was hoping that nobody would find out, and the Hudson found out, and then he led an army to attack Cao Cao, and in that attack, Dianwei died. I think that's the story. But Dianwei was supposed to be like crazy strong, like just an absolute beast of a man that could have absolutely won Cao Cao war if he didn't get him killed in the stupidest fucking thing ever. Oh, I didn't get him. Like, it's supposed to show how Cao Cao is an incredibly capable general, but ultimately undone by by his immoral, unvirtuous attitude. But I may be getting him mixed up. I honestly don't remember. Oh, in the gate. Good on you. The other armies don't generally make it as far as the gate without some of your help. No, no, don't fall. There you go. Okay, 8 combo. That's good enough for me. Hey Next, if you're still listening, could you tell me if the audio is crackling on your end? Because I hear it crackling on mine, and while I don't mind hearing it, it would be a shame if it showed up on stream. From the game specifically. Oh wow, it's kind of crackling a lot now actually. Where's Potion? Potion? That guy. Okay. God damn it. I want to get 8 hits, not 7. 8 hits is the minimum for getting a +2 defense shield or sword attack. It just, if you get it only a +7, you get a +1. And those are permanent upgrades. So I want to get them as much as possible. 260. I was playing Dynasty Warriors, the first one, the other day, right? Because I happened to own it on Switch. And then that fucking game. Oh. It's funny how as these Musou games have gotten more and more they've made more of them. Because they can have more enemies on screen because of better technology, right? These numbers have just kind of increased by a lot. Like, I've been playing this long and I have 200 kills. In that fucking game, you get 200 kills in the first 2 minutes of playing a map. Just because there's so fucking many. And there's so many enemies on screen. And so they can have these, you know, sweeping attacks that just hit like 20 people in one slash easily. It gets crazy. Like, by comparison, this seems downright quaint. This is a big deal back in the day, you know? Oh, I forgot that that's not the button to jump left. Oh, so close. Oh, they haven't killed. I thought they killed this guy already. Please hit him, hit him. Okay, go. No, don't push me with the fucking horse. Okay, the gate should open soon. Oh, that's the same. Huh. So is the life upgrade not here, or did I just break the save first? No, it is here. Okay, good. Feels good to be playing, like, be streaming this after so long. Been kind of off of it for a while. For any good reason, mind you, just feeling lazy, I guess. To be fair, I've always said I don't take this streaming shit, like, particularly seriously, right? Like, I'm not trying to make a career out of this. But it's still fun to do, and you know, so I'd rather do it more often. Okay, hook him over the edge. Yeah. Awesome. Oh, hold on, I didn't notice. There's a sign of it on his axe. It has a boar. I never noticed that detail. Oh, that's awesome. With the red eyes? Cool. Why do these guys just carry animals around, though? I mean, that one, at least that one is not a live boar. Like, I'm not convinced that that shield is not an actual head of a horse. Okay, that's such an odd design detail, where just horse heads used, like, the skulls used as shields, like, in ancient China, and it's referencing that, or is there like a story of this guy killing a horse and it's in reference to that? I have no idea. I wonder if in the future games they have retained this design element, like this, and you know, given how Dynasty Warriors like fucking 7 got, like they only get sillier and sillier. Like, those games end up being pretty ridiculous with some things, both in terms of scale and in character design, right? And weapon choice. So like, I wonder if they just kind of zeroed in on that design element like a lot more. Like, you know, made the horse head more monstrous and noticeable. Made it not, instead of carrying around one head of a horse, it's actually carrying around like several or different body parts of one whole horse. So like, he has hooves on his boot and like the shield on his forearm, and he has like the mane stapled around his body or something. If you play the future games in the series, you know that that's not even, that wouldn't, like, if it was how I described it, wouldn't even be the most ridiculous character design. Which I appreciate, like, I actually like how silly they get. Like, honestly, Hyrule Warriors feels like a right fit for that kind of thing, because the character designs in Legend of Zelda games are super silly as well, right? In a different way, but they are super silly. So it feels like a good fit. It feels like they had some good fun with making the characters for that game. Oh, Zhang Liao. Okay, that dramatic zoom in almost threw me completely off. But I got it in the end, so that's good. Where's Lee Joya? I wanna kill Lee Joya. Okay, go look it on the map. Yeah, it's right there. He's alone. How am I supposed to build my meter if he's alone? I wonder how many parts this will end up being, how many streams this will end up being before I'm done with this game. Uh-oh. Well, at least I got the +1. I could bet. Like, what am I on right now? I'm pretty sure that I'm on like 11, right? So I think that it should be something like maybe 30? I think 30. And all of them are going to be doing the same shit, like the same 7 stages, and we've already seen all of them. There's nothing new to discover other than characters, and some of them have repeat movesets, so... But I've already committed myself to the idea. It's not even like things to unlock, at least like the other games, the later ones, Dynasty Warriors 3 onwards. Like, yeah, they have a lot of content to sift through, a lot of things that you could complete before you can be said that you've done everything in the game, but they also have tons of shit to unlock, you know? Like, there's like a gazillion characters just like this one, but they each have like unlockable weapons and like a different story mode, where this one has only kind of the 3, right? They're not that different, they reuse stages, they share stages between a lot of them, but they are all different. So it just kind of feels sort of a little bit fresh at least. Even if it's not all new. Yeah, the audio seems to crackle when the emulator tries to fire up too many audios at the same time. I wonder why that may be. I also wonder, speaking of wondering and also speaking of future games in the franchise, I also wonder if these horses have different stats. I figure probably, right? Because a big component in Romance of the Three Kingdoms, in the novel, is red hair, the horse, and how just much better than every other single horse it is, right? And it's a big part of the story. And you know, they do include the horse in this, and it would feel like pretty obvious for red hair to just be faster than the others. But I wonder if they have a ranking for all the others. Like, you know, there are different colors of horse, so I wonder if, like, some horses are still faster than others, or what. Like, if that's a thing that they bother putting in the game. It could even be that just red hair is not even faster than the others, and you just assume that it is because of the placebo effect. It's pretty hard to just calculate speed when the environments are as featureless and bland as this. Which I do not mean as an insult. The environments are featureless and bland because they needed to have all the render power possible to have 20 enemies on screen at the same time. And that was very much a deliberate decision. Like, the render distance is super low, so you don't notice, but they're mostly like a flat field. Oh, where's Gao-Shun? Can I kill him? Oh no, wait, this guy is Gao-Shun. No, that's Li Ru. Li Ru. Where is Gao-Shun? Oh, fucking hell, they're not gonna let me get on the horse. He's probably around here. Yeah, there it is. Okay, this guy with the horse is going to be a huge issue. No, not that guy, this guy. There you go. I should probably take these guys out. Jesus, I'm gonna have a long help. It's not even because of no move. Oh, there's help. No, don't disappear. Oh fuck, the ambush, I forgot of the ambush. God damn, that's why their morale was so high. Shit, I'm not gonna make it in time, am I? Actually, I didn't forget. I mean, I forgot that it existed, but I didn't even see it when it spawned. I just wasn't paying attention. I swear to God, if I die. Oh, okay, he did defeat the soldiers, huh? How much morale is he at? He's not supposed to do it. He's at 0. That's unusual. He had like a couple normal soldiers right against him, and they're gone now, so he must have defeated them. But that doesn't usually happen when a general is at 0 morale. Usually at that point they'll just get rolled by even a single normal enemy. You know what, maybe there wasn't actually somebody on top of him, maybe it just looked that way. Oh, they killed the room. Nice. I mean, I didn't want to kill him, because then I get the upgrade, but whatever. It is a bit annoying when the game tells you that HQ is in trouble and you're literally right there. I also like that, even though I complained earlier about the environments being a bit samey, they did try to just differentiate them and create little zones in them by little environmental effects like the snow here, right? Like it's not snowing across the entire stage. It's a little thing. And in another game it wouldn't be noteworthy, but that sounds like a thin build insult, actually. He really did not mean it that way. How nicely mindless this game can be sometimes. It's really, I'd say, downright therapeutic. Okay, I'm exaggerating a bit, but it's relaxing is what I mean. It's a good way to wind now. Oh, really? I thought that I could have sworn there was a save there. Is there no one here? No, it's the health. Oh no, I remember. Yeah, the save is actually, there is a save here, but it's actually down there. It's one of these boxes. It's that, it was that one. Okay, good. Good. You know, I am a bit self-conscious now that I'm looking at the stream window about how, because the background on the image is rather dark, you can't see my eyebrows when they're floating away from my face, you know? Like the contrast is too low. I should give myself a white outline when I have the time. It would be difficult. Either gonna both go on me? That's weird. That doesn't usually work out like that. Usually the roll hits to his own side of this huge stage. I just got an idea for something that might combo. It probably won't, but let's see. Maybe if I catch him in. Actually, this is kind of a bad time to test if these guys are gonna be wrong enough. See, Giant Warrior 9, hello. Another enemy has fallen to my spear. See, I feel like you're making a reference, but sadly, I'm not as much into these games to know what reference you are making. I'm gonna assume that's like a line that gets repeated a lot. In some of them, one of them, probably four. This is one of those games. I mean, this one doesn't have any voice lines, but this is one of those games, a game series, where characters will just say the same lines over and over, kind of. Xiaoyun? Yeah, that's fair. That makes sense. He does use a spear. No, man, the one that I played when I was a kid, the one that I have nostalgia for is Samurai Warriors 2. So, those are the voice lines that are ingrained in my system. No enemy can ever surpass me, you know? Oh no, I'm going to kill him. I meant to kill the Outchan first. God damn it, she has a good upgrade too. What is it, like +4 attack or something? Well, it's not like the Dianwei needs any more attack anyway, but you know. Oh man, yeah, I remember the voice lines from Samurai Warriors 2. I also played what's it called? Orochi? The crossover one? That was a good one, that was fun.
I'll give you one more chance to surrender.
Damn! The true battle is not fought with men. It is fought with this.
The funny thing is, right, I'm sure you can tell by the accent, I don't speak English natively, right? So it is back when I was a kid, when I was playing these games, I didn't know English well enough to know what every character was saying. So like, I mean, it is written, right? They write it in little speech bubbles, but you don't always like can hear those exactly well, right? You don't always have time to read them. Sometimes they were crazy. Actually, they would like just kind of cover the whole screen with dialogue. But what was I saying? Yeah, because I spoke Spanish, like there were some voice lines that just didn't have a dialogue bubble, right? Because they were like a paddle bark or something that somebody would say when you use the muso attack. So like, what would happen is like some of those voice lines I memorized as only a sequence of sounds. It just said them like gibberish, right? Oh fuck. Actually, am I even supposed to go out here? Like, am I gonna get fucked by doing it this way? Because I know that the other way, right, up north is where the ambush attack is and everything. Like this. Let's try. I mean, it would make sense if this is the way that you fail, because the whole point of this story in the book was that, you know, Telltale with a way smaller army winning because he's smart and sneaky instead of just throwing all his army head on to something. So like, this is the main battlefield. That's kind of what I'm doing here. But let's see. Maybe there is still like possible doable. I mean, I could just rush to the main camp and kill the guy. If I'm careful enough, it shouldn't be too difficult. But that's no fun. Killing hundreds of useless enemies is what the Dynasty Warriors series is all about. Although I'd say useless, but they've already taken like half of my health. Like, fuck, I remember the voice lines. I also remember the responses, the replies that the other officers would have if they were present when you... Because whenever you had like 100 kills, Yukimura Sanada would go like, no enemy shall ever surpass me. No, that was when you killed an officer. And then Hideyoshi would say, might like that is a rare find on the battlefield. You know, like, I remember those. Why do I remember those? Like, there are things for my classes that I have to memorize, right? That are actually essential to my performance. But no, I'm remembering fucking voice lines from Samurai Warriors 2. They're taking space somewhere. Okay, where are the officers? If this way it's gonna be effective at all, I'm gonna have to kill officers. I assume that they're gonna spawn more enemies as I start killing these. Like officers, I mean. Does this guy have any subs? The guy down here? Who even is it? Zhang He, Gaola? He only has one. It's gonna be too difficult to find. He's probably on the other side of the river. That's one thing. No, here it is. Okay, that's one thing I don't like about this one. Like, I think the next one already just lets you know where the sub-officers are. This one doesn't. I can see the officers, but not their lieutenants. What does this game even call them? Officers. Ah, it's the leader that lets me see, but it doesn't let me see where each of these officers. I mean, they're always close by, but it's still kind of a pain sometimes. Fuck you! Don't kill me. I'm trying to combo this guy. I'm trying to kill your boss. I know if somebody killed my boss, I would be happy. That's a lie. I don't actually have a job. But my previous work. No, my previous post was actually cool. The one in the subway was an asshole. So that one I would be fine if he got killed by a guy with a giant axe. Honestly, I'll probably be a bit more too scared of the guy with the axe to be happy that my boss got killed. But once I get away... Does that count as a death threat? Like, legally? In Minecraft. I'm just gonna say in Minecraft, just in case. But I don't think it counts. This is not legal advice. This does not constitute... Nothing said in this stream constitutes the formation of a client-defender relationship. Are we clear? Have I covered my ass enough? Just in case, I'm also going to say that no copyright was intended to call those people on Facebook. This is the ass covering episode. That's weird. My Twitch side says that my bitrate is unstable, but I haven't dropped a single frame. It's as stable as it gets for me. My standards are probably just too low. Man, this has been pretty easy. Just gonna kill these two. I mean, I assume I'm gonna kill him, and just a billion enemies are going to spawn in here. I've never done it this way. Like usually the game puts me like way up there, right? It depends on the character you pick, but for most others it puts you like on the north, and it's just quicker to put the other stuff first. Also remember, because I spoke Spanish, I didn't know what the word struggling meant, or half of what the missions were asking you to do. I mean, full credit to the game, it was actually pretty clear with the symbols and the icons, so usually I knew what to do even if I couldn't understand any of the text. But sometimes I did get confused and end up doing stuff just completely the backwards way. Iconography was good though, like, the game usually made itself pretty clear. I'm speaking of Samurai Warriors 2 specifically. Oh man, I used to love that game. Like, if I had money back then, I would have just bought every game in the series that I could get my hands on. Which probably wouldn't have been that many, because if I'm in a foreign country, not every game makes it there. I mean, I owned it pirated, so... I also had Extreme Legends, which was like weird. It was one of those games where you have to... Samurai Warriors 2 Extreme Legends, where you had to... well, how was it you had to do it? You had to start the game... It was an expansion pack, right? But because the PS2 wasn't really designed for that kind of thing, the thing that they did was that you had to place the game, then you had to access a menu option, then take out the game without turning off the console, which you weren't supposed to do. Like, the PlayStation was very much like, don't open the disk drive while games are running, that can cause errors. That's not a thing you're supposed to do. But for these games, you're supposed to take out the game, right, put in the base game, then let the console read it, and then you would have to put the disc for Extreme Legends back on the PS2 so that you could play it, right? Or play it with all the features, because if you only had Extreme Legends, you could still play it, but there were only 5 characters and it was limited in a bunch of ways, right? But the thing is, right, here's the thing. Because they were like pirated discs that you bought for literally like $1, they weren't actually the enemies are not gonna advance through here, so maybe it's better if I just go help up north. because they were like pirated games that you bought for like $1, right? They weren't the best quality, were they? So they were all scratched. So the games that I owned was Samurai Warriors 2 Extreme Legends, the expansion, and I owned Samurai Warriors 2, the base game. But that game was so scratched that it wouldn't play. It just couldn't play, right? So I'm fucked, right? I can only play Extreme Legends with the limitations, right? Except apparently the game, it's not like the game read the entire disc, right? Back then I didn't realize why, right? But nowadays it makes sense. Like Samurai Warriors 2 Extreme Legends must have had all the content from the base game, because obviously in order to read everything from the base game you would have to be it would have to be in the disk tray, right? You don't put the entire game on the random access memory. That's just not how it works. So the entire game had to be available on Extreme Legends, but then it would lock every feature behind knowing that you had a disc of the base game, right? So if you had a disc that was scratched to fuck and couldn't play, it didn't matter so long as it wasn't so fucked that the game could, Extreme Legends, the expansion, could still recognize it as, you know, fucking the base game. It probably just had like, you know, a string of code in the beginning that's explicitly just had it be read normally, right? To just recognize, right? Like a password, like a passkey or something. It probably just looked for a specific address and checked if it was like the same as the base game, which like any random disk is not gonna be, because who would pay attention to that, right? So the disk was too scratched to play, but not scratched enough that it wouldn't be recognized by the expansion, so the expansion would let me play the entire game. It was a really tough setup. It was terrible, but it worked, man. It fucking worked. I also remember I used to own Samurai Warriors 2 Empires, right? It was an alternate version of Samurai Warriors 2 that was like more of a strategy game where you could conquer all of Japan and shit. And that game did not require the base game to play, but the disc that I had was also scratched, just like fuck, just so scratched. Oh god, they're dying. Shadow is in trouble. Actually, I should have checked who was more in trouble. This guy's at 5 morale. This guy's at 3, that's a difference of 2. This guy's at 6. This guy's at 4. I mean, it's still a difference of 2, but these guys have higher morale. I got more. I would say maybe these guys. What was I saying? Yeah, and so I had Empires, right? I had Samurai Warriors 2 Empires, and that game would play like it was scratched enough. It was scratched enough that every single full video cutscene, right, would just stutter, right? And the thing about how the PS2 played cutscenes, if the cutscene stuttered, it wouldn't just read ahead and try to keep it going at a consistent rate of advancement. It would just freeze until it could read the next frame, right? Which meant that, well, actually, I think most things that store video do it that way, right? Like digitally. Like they can't read the next frame until they've read this one, so if this frame is not being read correctly, you're fucked. You're stopped, essentially, right? It's not just gonna go ahead and say missing frame, but missing data, right? Well, that's the way it worked with this game in particular. I don't know if it was the PS2 or how the game was coded or anything, but like that's the way it worked. Which was a problem because the rest of the game would play fine. It wouldn't even stutter, it wouldn't even slow down. Maybe the loading was slower, but I didn't notice if that was the case. The problem was the opening credits, where it shows the logo of the company, was a full video cutscene, which meant that it stuttered. And while you can skip them, you cannot skip the very first one. the one that says Koei. You can skip all the others. You can skip the intro of the game. You can skip all of them with the press of a button. You can't skip the first one. So even though it was like a really tiny thing, it was just a thing that went like doo 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 doo, and it would show like the logo of Koei, and it would disappear. A total of 1.5 seconds most, right? And it would take it would take hours. It would take hours for it to go by, right? So I couldn't play the game for like, I would turn on the PS2 and I couldn't play the game for another hour because that stupid cutscene just wouldn't advance, right? Meanwhile, every other cutscene I could just skip, so like they would get stuck too, but whatever, I can look them up on YouTube. And YouTube kind of wasn't a thing back then. I mean, it was, but like you couldn't really find everything in the way that you can now. So you couldn't always. But like, you know, fine. I can live without seeing the cutscenes. I can't fucking understand them anyway. They're in another language. But like, I have to be stuck on these stupid opening credits. Try and fail to play, and sometimes it would get stuck. Sometimes, right? It would get stuck on like a particular frame and it just wouldn't go forward. God knows why, right? So I just had to kind of be there, right? Watching it if it advanced at all, and if it spent 2 hours on the same frame, I just knew that it got stuck just endlessly, and I would have to reset it. Oh yeah, there are the enemies that appeared, huh? I would know that it was just stuck. Right? And so I wouldn't be able to play the game. And even when it did work, it still took like half an hour for that little scene to go by. So I just had to wait it out. I had to plan out when I was going to want to play this game later, right? And then once the game had already started, well, it was still too much of a pain in the ass to like. Once that game had started, it was the only thing me and my brother were playing for like the next week, because neither of us wanted to turn off the console because like we didn't want to go through that shit again. So if we were gonna play something else, we would have to be really, really, really sure that we were done with this game for a while. Doubtless keeping the console on for that long only scratched the things further. Man, shit wasn't great back then, but like you still getting fun, you know? Oh yeah, there are the catapults. Those times were good times. I remember playing just those games, playing that game. Okay, yeah, I gotta get on with the fucking fire attack because this is taking a bit too long. Okay, ideally I want to kill Han Shun, wherever he may be, which is probably that guy up there. Yeah, there you are. Fuck you! There are too many enemies here. I can't just... Oh god, why are they so high morale? I'm not gonna get any help from these guys if I just leave anyone alive. I remember in Summer Warriors 2, morale just didn't fucking matter. But I don't know, that may just be me misremembering things, or just me playing in a difficulty that was too easy. Whatever the case, for whatever reason, the way I was playing, morale just didn't fucking matter. Okay, where's one chill? Over there. Too many archers. I don't like this. I mean, if I can kill this guy quick, right now that I'm not surrounded. And the morale of his entire troop just kind of goes away, so I don't have to worry about the stragglers. Was that true? Was that my ally hitting me? That's what it looked like. There's no way that was that. Okay, the archers have just become too much of a pain. Where are they? Oh, I saw another. Don't care about you. You. All of you. Okay, I'm taking way too fucking long. Where's that guy? Where's that guy? You went all the way back there? Fuck you, dude. It's gonna be surrounded by archers. I just gotta go and start the fire attack. I swear to God, if I take a save here and it's like 30 seconds before game over from the officer, the door didn't open. So I have to kill this guy. I thought it opened. I thought I saw it open when I killed the other one. I guess it didn't. I guess I was wrong. What's this guy? It's back there. Oh, fuck me, you're covered. There you go. Now give me your horse. Is the fire attack even worth it anymore? Or how are my allies? He can be protected by the other one. It would be funny. I know, I'm going. Otherwise, I'm gonna die. I swear to God, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna save here, then Telltale is gonna die like 20 seconds from now, and that's gonna mean that I'm just saving in an impossible spot. I'm calling it. Where's the thing? Is it this one? It's probably this one. No, it's not. Is it this one then? Okay, fuck it. We're gonna look for it later. Who you kill? I swear that the camera sometimes does this where it points you in the complete opposite direction and you're not ready for it. I mean, it is a skill issue, right? Because that should only get you once. Like, the first time it happens, you should realize that that's a possibility and just be more open to paying attention. But this is not a pay attention kind of game. Like, I'm sure to do the frame analysis to know which attacks are overpowered. But that feels like this is not that kind of game. This game shouldn't do that. Shouldn't have you do that. Okay, now is this enough to save things? How bad or good is morale? Southwest at 1. These guys are 3, full, 5, 3. So these guys are gonna be fine no matter what. Yuan Shao's at 4. Liu Bei's at 0. Okay, Yuan Shi's at 3. And this guy's at 3. Okay, so they're gonna be evenly matched for a while. Cao Cao might just still die to Yuan Shao's troops. So I should probably just go there. But since I saved pretty recently, I kind of feel like just tempting it, right? Just kind of seeing how far I can stretch it. Nah, they're probably at pretty low health anyways. So that's probably not a great idea no matter what. Did I lose my horse? Yes, I did. This guy's at 0, so that doesn't matter. Literally irrelevant. Is there a way from the river? No. Okay. So no matter what, I'm gonna have to just take the long route. So I can just drive by, get this guy. Okay, let's do this quick. Okay. That guy's dead. Where's the entrance? Oh, you can't see them from here. Okay, there has to be a save point around here. One of these. Maybe this one. Nope, none of those. All right. Is that a door? Yes. Is it open? Also yes. Okay, good. With shit tons of enemies here, let's just skip all of them. I don't want Cao Cao to die. Shanfei? Oh yeah, because Guan Yu died, so they didn't reunite, so they didn't leave the battlefield. Oh, that's not good. Jump. Give me a horse. I want your horse. Ah. Horse. Ah. Horse. There you go. Oh, for a second I was scared I wouldn't be able to cross the river. Okay. Which troops is Yuan Shao with? He has 2 generals, they're probably in the keep. Bolts. I swear to God, it's Cao Cao gets cut by a fucking catapult. How is he? How is his health? He's at full health. Okay, he's fine. He's fine for now because I'm here, but I still have to actually stay here to defend him, which is gonna be a pain.
Sheldon, you're just gonna have to die, my guy. What to say? I mean, if he can turn around, that would be excellent. I don't think he could. Coward. Don't run away. He ran away. Okay, the situation wasn't as dire as I thought it would be. It seems like we're going to be able to push them out of the keep, and then once they are out of the keep, Cao should just stay here without going forward, so it shouldn't be an issue. And then I can just take out the catapults. I think there's a way to take out the catapults. They're not just there permanently, are they? But really, the debris from that catapult was long gone by the time it collided with me. That's bullshit. Okay, now how do I take out the catapults? There should be, yeah, there is catapult captain or something like that. Catapult chief. I can think this guy dropped anything, so I'm not gonna bother with the combo. Oh, he does. Okay, but he dropped the +2 already, so it's fine. I didn't need to combo it anyway. Okay, back up a bit, back up a bit. We need to back up a bit. Was there another catapult sheet? You're kidding me! There was no one attacking him! There was no one attacking him! Did he go forward when he wasn't looking? Just into the enemy? Into the enemy front lines? I should have used that to check. What the fuck? That's terrible. That's bull. I had it. I was winning. That's fucking terrible. Okay, let's try it again. Let's try continuing from where I was. Fuck, right. All the way back here. Oh, that's annoying. I hate this game sometimes. Okay, we're gonna have to take shit out real quick then. Since it seems like there's no way I get out of this without just having to just single everything out, I'm just gonna not give a shit about the combos and just kill everybody. Just doom, doom, doom. Just go zoom into anything that can give me an upgrade and just kill them. Just not give a shit about anything else. When possible. Just keep it over solid. There you go. I really gotta remember which one it is that has it. There it is, it's that one. That motherfucker died to the catapult, didn't he? He totally did. Totally did. There's gonna be two catapult captains, and I just didn't take them both out. I think that's what happened. That must have been because it's not like he wasn't at low health, so there should have been like more than just a single warning, you know? Or maybe there was a single warning, I just didn't hear it. That would be important. Nah, one of the horse. It's fine, there's gonna be somebody here with a horse anyway. Okay, catapult captain. I want to zoom into that guy. Catapult chief. That's what I want. Where is he? I lost him. There it is. What? It disappeared. He was right here. I saw it. There it is. Okay, that was the catapult chief. There must have been another one. If I am to believe that Telltale died from that. Or either that, or the catapults just keep firing even after you take him out. That's the other possibility. I don't think there's another catapult chief. Oh no, okay, fucking fine, let's go help Telltale. I may have to just stick by his side, which is an issue because he doesn't really go forward, he just lets himself be attacked. He's in the back, not being directly attacked by anything. Which should be good news. Oh, he can attack from the top? That might have been what did him in that time. Just gonna have to keep a really close eye, just gonna be staring at the map the entire time then. He's advancing. No, he is advancing. That is an issue. It means I have to just spend time defending him. Let's stick by him then. Mr. Tal Tal. What is he? I had him in sight, just... Well, just go fearless! I would like to not leave him out of my sight. Okay, not being directly attacked, I can take some time. Okay, if this is New Wave's truth, then this really doesn't matter. These guys are going to die. So actually, zero morale versus zero morale, I don't know. It's kind of a coin flip there, isn't it? Okay, what's up top? Over there. Still not losing much health. Basically, I want to keep him close enough that he stays rendered, or that he can render at any time, so that he doesn't go into... Because the battle calculation is different, right? It doesn't run full simulations of all the fights when they're not rendered on screen, right? So it takes morale way more directly into account for the calculations then. So if I keep him rendered, he fights like a general. So he's just noticeably better than any foot soldier. But as soon as he's off screen, his morale is so low that if that calculation takes over, he's just gonna die immediately to just a normal dude. Where are you going, my guy? Oh, your chance morale is dropping. What morale is he at now? He's at 0. Okay, he's at 0. So if Cao Cao can get 1 morale just by any means, then he's gonna be winning those fights, and I can just leave him alone just way more comfortably. What is Yuan Shi? Who the fuck is Yuan Shi that has so much morale? That guy up top. Okay, he's close. I can probably take him out. He's still there? No, he's dead. Okay. These troops have too much morale. I really don't want them to get close. I also don't want them to disperse too hard, because if that's when they become harder to keep track of. It's you and you. Okay. No, Cao Cao is going to attack them. Okay. Cao Cao, if I let you, you're gonna die. But it's also helpful because it means that I don't have to split myself 2 ways. Okay, this is the general. If I kill him, their morale goes to 0, and then I can just be a bit more relaxed. Okay, I think I'm safe enough to just leave him fighting these guys. I wish I had an extra safe spot though. You should actually make it work. Okay, how's morale for the enemies? All at 0. That's exactly how I wanted. That's your shower. What's this? Fuck it, I'm just going to Yuan Shao and killing him. Just going to Yuan Shao and killing him, just without a single care for anything around. Cause that's just horseshit, man. That's just bullshit. They were at the same morale. They were at 0. It was 0 versus 0. They should have just. I mean, it's my own damn fault, right? Because I knew that this map is like that, so I should have just gone north immediately. Okay, speedrun. Am I going in or out? I'm going in. Good. Okay, then Yuan Shao. There's no gate. This time I'm gonna go through the middle. It's easier to reach one shell that way. He should be the guy right there. That's the one. Just whatever. It was always easy. It's always that easy. But if I play like that, then it quickly gets boring, you know? And to be fair, it's only that easy because Dian Wei has like crazy fucking damage, just baseline, you know? On other characters, this wouldn't. You don't get to get away with that. Yeah, technical fucking defense though. Like you saw, I almost died, and he didn't even get hit that much. I mean, he had attack times too, but honestly. Okay, well, that wasn't anticlimactic. That felt anticlimactic. Anyway, that's how long have I been going for? 155. Yeah, that's fair. 2 stages. I'm fine with playing only 2 stages. So yeah, that's gonna be end of the stream for today. Thanks for watching. Have a good night. Yeah.